This is a big-time
coming to
comedy
you from the
production.
heart of Kingsville, Maryland.
A place where the beer flows like wine.
Deep inside the torture chambers of producer Mike, Big Timing Comedy presents Paco's Got Balls featuring Wendi, hosted by the founders and pioneers of Big Timing Comedy, Stefan Subotic
I'm your Huckleberry.
and Eric Jolliger,
100 push-ups in 20 minutes!
and featuring Wendy Townsend.
Showing.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Got the finger.
Yeah, still rotten
Things
high.
are fired up in the studio.
Still rotten
here.
high in this studio.
But here's the thing: we all have to pretend that we're not
from the
because-
future that happened next week.
Yes, and we have to pretend because this is episode 126.
Remember in the future when Kanye Twitty was here?
Yeah, they showed up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Before we get there, good day, good evening, insomnia-ridden night, wherever you're listening. This is episode 126. And I have to, this is going to be kind of a little bit of a downer, but before we start, I just want to dedicate this podcast to a fallen comedian, Michael Brooks from Philly. He passed away last night. We worked with him one time. He came down to Roadie Joe's, did a performance for us. He was such a great guy, fantastic comedian. He was a great father, great husband. And he was taken too soon, and he was a great friend of our boy Buddy Harris, so I just wanted to dedicate this episode to him.
Does anybody know what happened?
I don't, and I'm the type of person that wants to know, but I just don't have the heart to ask.
There was a really good Hard Times article about, hey, I don't know how your friend or this mutual person died, but I'd really like to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would too. I agree with
And
that.
it's almost like so taboo to ask,
It
but that's
is.
the only thing that anyone ever wants to do.
Can I say what we all do, by the way, in modern age?
Yeah, I already know where you're going.
We all see somebody post it, and we're like, oh my God, that's so sad. And then we go, what happened?
And we
And then we
start
click on that
digging.
person's name because they're tagged in
Yeah.
that post.
We dig.
And then we try to dig back and detective work
Comments.
it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you try to detective
Yeah,
work it
you
yourself.
do.
I do. I try to
I
figure
totally
out what
do.
happened.
I don't know why. Why
I don't
is
know.
it
It's
fucking,
morbid.
like,
It's a morbid obsession.
It is.
But it's the social media age.
It is. I don't know if it's even social media. I think it's just
No,
just
it
this
is.
human
Well,
instinct
wait.
to want
No,
to
it
know
is-
what
but
happened.
But in what other period of time could you literally try to work your way back with facts?
Well, yeah, that part correct.
You know?
That part correct.
It's
Because-
morbid. It is.
Because
It's morbid that we
because
have
back
that
in the day-
ability.
because back in the day, this guy lives in Philly. We would have never known.
Sure.
Maybe
you
you
see
know,
an
weeks from
obituary,
now,
maybe you
weeks
see
from
somebody
now.
later and you ask a question.
Right.
But
it would just But
nowadays,
no, it's immediate.
it's,
It's immediate. It was within hours.
it's just a wild time we live in. But that's a sad thing.
It
And
is.
condolences to his family and all his friends.
He was such a great. Again, I knew him for a second in my life, but we had the honor of actually working with him as a comedian, and this is where I come to the whole philosophy that we have grown Big Timing Comedy off of. Is timing is everything, and he was actually a fill-in comedian for somebody that dropped out on us. So because of that dropout, we got that opportunity to work with this guy. So I don't know. It's just cool. It's just a cool thing.
Oh,
and
it's my brother. It's chiming in.
oh, hey, Darby. So funny.
Kelly
that-
wants to know. What'd he say? No, bring that back over here. What'd he say? No, it disappeared. Say it again, Kelly. I
Kelly
can't see
wants
it.
to know, why are you shirtless? We'll get there, Kelly. You
well-
just pipe down.
Kel, let me just say it. Every once in a while, we do a shirtless episode. It's to boost ratings. We have a big female viewing base. We have a big, and they've requested it.
And we
so
happen to have a female super fan in the
instead
house
of-
tonight,
yeah,
by the
we've
way.
got our
just to
female
mention.
super fan. And instead of putting out a calendar, this is how we satiate
Yes.
all the rabid females
I like
who
it.
say, take your shirts off. Well, we did it tonight, okay?
Yeah,
So-
we all did it.
Wendy, when are you taking yours off?
She doesn't have a shirt on.
Well, I tried, Mike.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm at my chunkiest. There's no way anybody wants to
Yeah.
see this.
Also, Darb, I'm hammered.
Hold
anyway.
on, Wendy. I don't know about that. You're just
I'm
being coy. You're being coy.
No, I'm definitely at my chunkiest right
You're-
now.
No, you look like a minx.
You're being coy.
If I could
Your,
just-
your boobs look big.
I just
You look
realized.
like a minx. I just saw some
wait.
nipple.
I,
I got a little nipple. I did. I just got a little nipple. I did get a little nipple.
There you go.
There she is.
There you go.
Get him out, Townsend.
There you go.
Yep, part of the team. And she's part of the. Hey, Mike.
Teamwork.
Mike,
I'll
Mike.
interrupt. I'll interrupt.
Mike's not on camera, by the way.
Mike, you're part of the team. Wendy did it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Wendy did it.
Yeah,
Can
but
I-
I'm not on
wait,
camera,
wait.
so it doesn't matter.
Mike, Wendy did it.
I think it's officially time to name
T-shirt
our
time.
top sponsor.
This is a good point. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's T-shirt time,
It is
dumbass.
T-shirt time. I'm sorry, I was going for the sponsor that's paying us here. Okay?
Yeah, get them first.
I
and
think
then-
we should do UPS
By the way, can
store.
we talk about how my bra matches the color of my dress?
Yeah.
It does actually.
Wendy, I'd like to
very
point out
pretty.
that your
Color
brassiere
coordinated.
matches the
All
color
right,
of your dress.
UPS store, 6526 in Canton Crossing Shopping Center. You got a package? They know how to handle it. Just go in and say hey to Emily or Connor and the crew for your printing, packaging, shipping, mailboxes, and more. They print all of our business cards and local flyers while
I'm a
offering
team
fast
player.
and friendly service. And now we're going to dump into T-shirt time.
T-shirt time?
Yeah.
What kind of T-shirt time? It is filtered. It's T-shirt
Yeah, it is. Or it's T-shirt-less time.
It's
No
T-shirt
T-shirt
time.
Go to bigtimingcomedy.com/store and order your Big Timing Comedy T-shirt. BigTimingComedy.com/store to get your Big Timing Comedy T-shirt
Yeah.
and beer koozies.
How's our
Right now.
How's our female viewership? Has it gone up since we took our shirts off?
No.
all three of them.
I think it's
Yeah.
I
negative.
love that we have less viewers when we're topless.
I think, yeah.
Then
it's
Did
we-
sad.
everybody share the link?
Than we do
When
when we
we
have
had
a
shirt-
baby.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. This is late night. You know,
Everybody
people have
share
kids.
the link.
People have kids. What time is it in Russia? Most of our listeners are in Russia. What time
Oh.
is it there?
I think it's like 3 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the late show.
Yeah, it is the late show. Okay, we have a fantastic guest in the room. Our guest is, as Facebook has dubbed, a super fan.
Yes.
We have the lovely Krissy, who listens in, chimes in, comments in, and we love it. She's here, and she's been so patient because we had
The future arrive
we
earlier.
had the future arrive earlier, and yes, thank you so much for standing through that. Are you ready for this?
Hold on,
Krissy?
I'm looking to the camera what I look like. Oh my god.
Oh, stop it.
Wendy's boobs are out. Everything's
Yes.
happening.
There's so many things happening.
Welcome, Christy.
They're so pretty.
Krissy.
Hey, Christy
No,
from
it's all
No
padding.
tea.
Christy
No tea.
from Dundalk. Can we get a big applause for Christy from Dundalk, please?
Krissy.
Krissy. Would you
Chrissy?
stop
Oh, you
putting a
want that?
T
Yes.
Chrissy?
Chrissy.
Krissy.
I'm
Chrissy.
sorry. Chrissy from Dundalk. How's that?
Well, they call me Chrissy.
Yeah?
Who's
Oh,
they?
yay.
Who's
yeah,
they?
who's they?
Like 2 people.
Yeah? Rick and Jim or Phyllis and Flo?
Bob.
Oh, Bob.
But I like to call him Robert.
Ooh,
Robert.
Who is this person?
boy.
Brian would have called her
I'm
Krissy.
trying to tighten my straps.
Chrissy, who's
This
your
is-
favorite on-air personality here on Paco's Got Balls?
Oh, the pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure. This is kind of a hot seat
Honestly,
question.
honestly,
actually.
pressure.
Nope. Just dialing it up right away.
I gotta tighten my straps. Hold, go
Who do
ahead.
you like? Why'd you start listening? Did you follow one of us, Wendy, perhaps?
Yeah, how did this come about? How did this come
Actually,
about?
it was Michael.
Oh,
Oh, the Crane Man. The Crane Man.
producer.
You know, his
Mike.
girlfriend's sitting right next to you.
Let's talk us through that.
I think he just gave me the link and
How do you know Mike?
advertised.
How do you know him?
Did he- Did he tow your car?
How do we meet, Mike?
Yeah. This feels awkward.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Krissy.
I think
Chris-
everything about this episode is already awkward.
Krissy from Krissy
all
from
topless right
Kingsville.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Chrissy from
Oh,
Kingsville.
God.
Krissy from Kingsville.
You are
She's from
never
Kingsville?
gonna let me forget that. Oh my god.
Oh, tell us about Chrissy from Kingsville. What aren't we forgetting?
Krissy turned up when I was looking for another Christina,
Uh-huh.
and she was in Kingsville at the time, but she wasn't.
Okay.
So
I have
it was
no
a-
idea
it
what
was
that
a-
means.
It
This
was
was
a
the-
meet cute.
This
It
was
means
this was the
that-
day of Yahoo.
No, it means that it was the internet and you can be whatever you want to be. And
Wherever you want to
I
go.
didn't give out my exact location.
Were you two romantically linked?
No.
No.
Okay.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that so fast.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend is here.
I know. I
That
wanted
was
to-
offensive.
I know.
Trust me, his girlfriend appreciated the quick answer.
She has
Yes, she did.
she has a crush on my father when he wears his coveralls.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
So you have a coverall fetish?
I don't know what to do with my arms.
Something
I don't have
about
any
eyes
clothes
with
on.
Just flex them.
coveralls.
I'll do the same.
All right, wait, time out. Darby, your brother just chimed in.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has
he
the
say?
gumption to not pay attention to us, and now all all of a
What'd he
sudden
say?
he chimes in when we have our shirts off and he
What'd he
says,
say?
"Take your pants off, you pussies."
If I had panties
That
on,
guy.
I would, Darby.
I know I'm not wearing any underwear, Darby. So
Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some proof.
Oh, me neither.
Eric, I'm gonna need some proof of that
Krissy,
statement.
Krissy
you
has
just made.
decreed.
Well, if you
Pull
want
your
to see a bunch
foreskin
of
out.
skin covering a dick,
Show her your foreskin. She's a super fan. Come on, she's a super fan. She deserves it. Who?
I keep
if
looking
not
at
her,
the
then who?
camera. Like, did I shave my armpits?
If not the woman that
You're
drove
good, baby.
here tonight
Do you
to be a
realize
guest on our podcast.
to be a top fan, what I had to do, constantly listen, and you're so lucky. You all three of you are so funny.
If you can tell me where Eric is on the RCI index,
Oh,
then I'll let you see
God.
his foreskin. It's on a scale of 1 to 10. You got a great.
You'll
shot
let
either
him
way.
see.
So
Hey,
now
hey,
that we're
look at me. Hey,
topless, we've
hey, look at
gained
me.
a ton of viewers.
yeah, we are actually doing
Wow.
pretty
Hey,
well.
look at us
If you
go.
can guess it, she's gonna say it.
If I can guess it, oh my gosh, can I
Well,
get some help?
you were
from the
supposed
engineer?
No help.
Can you call a friend?
Stop it! You stop that! You stop that stuff on. I saw what you were doing.
7.
Yes, you got it.
Text me the answer.
She got it. All right, Eric, get your foreskin out for our
Yeah,
guest.
7. I'm very sure. Of
She
that.
guessed her
Well,
RCI index number.
I don't know how to handle this. We have to either turn off cameras or what are we gonna do here?
I mean, if we turned off cameras, I wouldn't hate
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
I'm in a little bit of a sitch.
Mike, shut the cameras down.
actually, if he keeps it on the table, he's fine.
All right, Mike, shut the. All right, just
Well-
run it on the table here. Put it out like. It's
No, under the table.
Put it out like. Remember paper football
Mind
when
you-
you'd score a touchdown?
Mind you, Krissy has her phone out.
yeah,
I
no,
was
that's
just-
gotta
I
go.
was
No,
just
no
checking
flash
the time.
photography.
Mind you, some of us have other things out.
Yeah, no. all-
Krissy, this is your prize for coming on tonight.
Yes, this is-
no
Yay.
flash photography, and all the
Cameras
cameras
off,
are shut down.
Everything's shut down, Mike. I can see.
You can
when
tell your
they're
friends
on.
about a restored foreskin after tonight's episode.
I like prizes.
Oh, the
All right.
camera.
Okay, balls.
Hold
All right,
on,
we're
I can
shutting it
still
down.
see
Is this
cameras
better?
on the
Balls,
live.
we're
this
shutting it
better?
down. Yeah, we're good. Now it's just behind.
Wait, no, hold on. Just I'm waiting until I see
There you
black
go.
screen. Hold
No, you're not
on.
getting black screen.
I'm watching it on fucking my tablet.
All right, look,
This
it's
is
just
where I
me now.
started.
So you just step in front of me and you're good. You're
Just-
good.
This is on my terms, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right.
I still see it on
Production
the
value is high right now.
Well, you know what though? They're just gonna have to
Mike, we
be a
got those
super
cameras.
fan.
We got those cameras killed, Mike,
I'm
so
not
we can
doing
get Eric's
it on
foreskin
the
out.
camera.
Look,
Got those
look,
killed.
That's
All right,
what's
good.
now.
He's got it. He's
What
while
you're
he's
looking
displaying.
at is 3 minutes.
I
All
know
right,
it's
come
a
on,
delay.
get your dick out. Come on. Everybody clapping up
Get
for
your
Eric.
dick out.
Get your dick out. Get your dick out.
Penis.
I'm gonna warn you. There's
We
there's part of the
we
device.
have 19 viewers that are so mad.
Wait, new chant. Foreskin. Foreskin.
Oh, okay.
Foreskin.
They're dropping.
The viewers are dropping
Like an
because they
anteater.
can't see
Like
anything.
an anteater.
like that.
That's hella progress, balls.
Yay!
Don't worry, everyone. The cameras are coming back on.
Wow,
Oh, man.
I really needed
They
that.
come every day.
He just pulled his dick out for you.
It's very anticlimactic.
Did you see that coming tonight?
No,
Yeah. Me neither.
I'm suddenly craving
We
some
lost 7 viewers.
beef hot dog.
Hey, look, those 7 viewers will come back.
I like how weird it's gotten. We have our shirts off. You've pulled your
I
dick out.
don't know what's happening.
I'm
right
so
now.
sorry to you.
No.
I hope you're okay
Oh,
with
no.
everything that's
No,
happening.
no,
All right,
no,
good.
You're fine.
Good. It's getting
Yes,
weird because
I'm
it's getting weird.
Having a
Your
taste for
shirt's
some
off.
sausage.
Mine's off. His is
Sweet
off.
Italian.
This is
dick's been
My
out.
shirt is off.
This is
Yeah,
a very
that's a great brassiere,
typical
though.
second
Great
recording, though. Very typical second recording.
Yeah, like
The shit just comes off the
a lot
fucking
of animal
hinge.
print in here.
we are,
Wendy's
we
got
are
the,
off the rails right now.
Wendy's got the animal print on the straps. Krissy's got the animal print on the shoes. A lot of animal print. A lot
there
of wild
is.
women in here tonight.
There are.
It's getting weird.
If I were
wild.
wearing underwear, they would be animal printed as well.
Wendy and I are just trying to show off our pipes. We're showing our pipes
Well, the
off.
water for Perry Hall flows through these
Can we,
pipes.
Stefan? I just wanted to
Yeah.
address something.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
And
This is how I
goes,
stand all the time.
This goes
We're
back
good.
to our roots, okay, Stefan. This goes back.
Uh-huh.
And Wendy, you are also very involved in this. This is
I was
this is
flexing.
Sources Saloon has
Yeah.
officially closed. Well,
No,
not
it's been
closed.
sold.
It's been sold, but it's probably
All right,
going to
listen,
be changing.
Rumor on the street, okay? Rumor on the street is 2 Indian guys bought it up,
Oh,
okay?
boy.
Pakistani.
I'm gonna sit like
I'm
this
sorry,
the whole
what?
time.
That's a little bit racist.
And that's fair, actually. That's actually fair. 2 Pakistani gentlemen
Okay.
bought it up. Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No,
Let
go,
me
go,
see
go.
what's about to happen.
Go ahead.
I've got some friends that still work there.
Yeah,
and
we have friends that still.
Yes,
work there.
we do. Of course.
We.
Big timing friends of big timing comedy.
We're not divorced yet, Stefan.
I'm not divorcing
They're
you.
still our friends.
I'm not
Our-
divorcing you.
Okay.
You're the one that
Continue.
stood by me. I'm
Continue.
not divorcing you.
Hey, we started at Sources.
God
okay,
damn it!
That's how we met. We met at
Oh my
Sources
God.
Saloon.
You're right.
I have
You're
to go
the
to bed.
you're the only.
Hey,
good
I don't want to
thing-
hear it from you, Wendy, because you instigated the fact that we're here this late. So I
You're
don't
the
wanna
only
hear
good thing I
You
took
mean I
away from that
instigated the
place.
greatness that was music?
it. I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm
I
just
took
saying.
2 things away from Sources Saloon: a vicious cocaine habit and your friendship. And I am glad to have one of them today.
Yes.
So, anyway, I wish we were friends.
That got weird.
I wish we were friends. No, no. So 2 Pakistani gentlemen bought it.
Little did you know.
Evidently, they're interested in the liquor license and little else.
Liquor? I don't even know her.
Well,
Liquor?
it's grandfathered in. They can sell booze on Sundays, so it's assumed that they're going to turn it into a liquor store.
Oh,
And,
What a
and that'll
damn
be the
waste
end
of
of
the
the saloon.
property.
I've been asked to come back and do a guest bartending night.
When?
Well, it's going to be the next month.
So
I
what
have to talk to Kathy.
So look, I'm gonna give you a little tidbit. When you guest bartend, you give away the whole bar.
Well, yeah, of course.
Those are the rules.
Well, that's
Right?
what I think that's what they're
Hey,
expecting.
come see me at this one bar, everybody.
That's why I
You
need
pay
to know.
for nothing.
That's why I need to know the date.
Water.
Yeah, I don't have it yet, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. But some people have moved on, friends of ours have moved on already. The people who have been there for 20 years.
Okay. Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been
I have
on.
different information, but okay.
Do you? 'Cause
I do.
I mean, I saw him 2 days ago.
Well, I just saw his better half Sunday.
You saw his penis on Sunday.
I saw her on Sunday too. I was at her pool party.
What pool?
It was in Hagerstown.
That's not
Saw
true.
April?
Yeah.
No, she was in Hagerstown
No,
on
she
Sunday.
was at my pool on Sunday.
No, I was at their pool
Yeah.
party. Hagerstown.
Maybe it was Saturday. I
Okay.
saw
Well,
her.
Swimming
that's
in the
probably
pool
more
with your
likely.
kids.
I drank a lot on the weekends.
Okay. Well, mine was Sunday. Mine was on Sunday. I know where I was.
No, mine was on Sunday. It was Sunday.
All right. Well,
I'm just
well,
flexing.
anyway. All right. Well,
I'm
anyway.
just gonna flex the whole
Okay,
time.
everybody
look
flex.
at these nugs. Look at these
'em.
nuggets.
Look at those
The
bad
point
boys.
being,
Can we-
while
can we look at my
Wendy,
nugs real quick?
while Wendy flexes
Yeah,
her
they look
nugs,
good. Oh my god!
I just wanted to give a shout out to Kath
They're
and
good
Gordon.
I wouldn't fuck with you.
Kath and Gordon at Sources. If it wasn't for Sources, you and I, not only would Big Time in Comedy not be here, but we wouldn't have even met. Like, we met there.
Yeah.
Big Time in Comedy kind of started standing out in front of there, and then we
Sources was
kicked
the
off.
birthplace of Big Time.
Yeah,
in
it
Comedy.
was. We kicked off our 2 first years of producing comedy there. And yeah, you came in. You came
Yeah,
into the play
I
there
did.
as
I
well.
I come every day, but I did come into the play.
Hey,
No, no,
now.
no. More importantly than coming every day, we all we met and worked and created
You
there.
headlined me there first. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Pete Bergen and Walt Ostrowski.
Yeah.
And then Sean Savoy was there with his ungirlfriend new comic, Nikki Fuchs.
God, what a crazy wild, wild west that was.
It was. It was. I had a great time.
That was back when the bar was down on the lower level. I
And
mean, it
the
was
stage
old
was
school.
against the back
Yes.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah, before they destroyed
I had
the
a
place.
great time. It was
Yeah.
one of my best shows.
God, what a man. Man, that was fun.
Somebody said
Hindsight.
everyone's topless, but I only see 4 nipples.
Damn it.
Sure. Sorry about that. Sorry
Who
about
dat?
that.
Who dat? Who dat?
Oh, Wendy's got her nipples out.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna wait for the moment where she transitions.
The
I'm gonna look like a hawk too.
Mike, you only have 1 frame up there.
problem
Yeah,
is,
well,
is
Make
that
your move, Townsend.
the problem is,
Your
is
move.
I have
There we
50
go.
fucking
There we
jobs.
go.
Your move.
I'm gonna get fired from all of them
Wait,
tomorrow.
Your move, Townsend. Nipple or
whoever
not.
just-
There you go.
Whoever just
There you
posted, we
go.
just changed the frame.
For sure, I was getting some nip.
Oh, I've mastered the art
What a-
of transitioning.
What a transition by Wendy Townsend. Had her nipples out, covered by her fingers, put them back in her brassiere without actually exposing the nipple. I
Yeah.
didn't see a nipple the whole time.
We call that a cock tease.
This
Yeah.
time.
my
Got you-
cock, consider
this
my
time.
cock teased.
It's called Got You Good, you
By the
fucker.
way, I like to
New
say
segment called
I'd like,
Got You Good, You Fucker.
I'd like to say hi to Jay Rolfing,
Yay, Jay!
who
Chop champion.
He won Chopped
Hey,
Championship, and he is also the executive chef
Wait,
at Cunningham.
Is Jay
God damn
watching
it.
now?
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
He
Jay,
said,
wait.
He said, "Sup, y'all."
Jay,
Jay.
Wendy and I want to ask you this together at the same time. 3,
Will
2,
you
1.
have sex with me?
Jay, please have
Oh
sex.
wait,
no,
was
wait,
that
no.
was that not the right question?
Please come
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
Oh my god.
No, you ask him your question.
Jay, 3, 2, 1. Wendy and I both want to ask you, please come on the
Please.
podcast.
Can you please come
Clear
on the podcast?
Wednesday. Clear Wednesday.
Jay, we'd love to have you on, my brother.
I would like to
congrats.
apologize that we are all topless. And
Yeah.
we
No, I'm
don't-
not apologizing
No.
for
Well,
that.
no. We don't want to make Jay.
Jay wants this. He wants this.
Pipe
We
down,
don't,
you.
We don't want to make Jay look like he is belittling himself by being a national chopped champion and a head executive chef of a restaurant by
sorry.
coming on a podcast where he sees 3 topless
I'm sorry. Do
people.
you think we're belittling ourselves right now?
We are 3 topless people right now.
called-
worked hard for this body.
Try-
I made a personal
I call it
trainer.
confidence.
I
call it
Made a personal
confidence.
trainer.
I have worked 0 for this body.
All right.
I've
I
eaten a lot of McDonald's
I
for this body.
disagree with that,
Well,
Wendy.
liar.
I disagree with that.
You know who could help us with our body transformation with this topless shirt episode?
Billy Blank.
No, an executive chef who knows all the right nutrition.
Yes.
For somebody like myself.
There you go.
Jay,
Wendy's
can-
nipples and
Yeah,
Eric.
Jay, can you put me in a diet plan? I need to lose at least 20.
Anyway, Jay, come on the show.
by
We want
20,
to
I
have you
mean
on.
30.
I want to have you on. I want you as my
Man.
guest, Jay.
Oh, Reed. Hey, Reed. How you doing, buddy?
I will pay him privately for a diet plan.
Also, we're all coming to the restaurant
Yeah.
I come every day, but I will
When
go
are we
to the
gonna
restaurant.
When are we gonna go to the restaurant though?
whenever we choose.
I'm trying to learn how Wendy does that. Oh my god, she plays that in, but it's amazing.
Are you trying to learn how I do my masterful 10
Yes.
years of comedy stuff?
Yes, in
It
10
took
minutes.
me 10 years, bitch.
Hey, 10 minutes. I'm gonna figure it out. No, I won't.
It took me 10 years.
Wendy, speaking of you,
Speaking of me and my tits
episode
and fat arms
124.
out.
You had mentioned the pie tasters when we were talking about No Doubt in episode
Ska.
124.
We talked about ska.
Yeah, ska. And I didn't get a chance to pipe
Joanna.
in, but I love the pie tasters.
Somebody just said if I saw Wendy Townsend's nipples, I would need extra heart meds.
Oh,
Right?
whoa.
You know what
Yeah.
Wendy would need in exchange for your heart meds? Incentive.
Wait, Jay just said that would rock. Wait, what would rock, Jay?
Coming on the show.
Coming on the show and giving me a diet plan.
All of it.
Maybe
Down
a little
with it.
cardio if I was on
we just
top,
need
but
to
that's
sneak-
cool.
we
Let's
just
get
need-
Jay. Listen.
We
Let's
need
get
to
Jay
sneak
on
one
the show.
Wednesday evening.
Let's get Jay on the show, and then we'll talk diet plan when he's here. I need him here.
Somebody
agree.
just said do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. No fucker.
Who the fuck said that?
I do a lot of it.
Look,
I am.
I don't want to work out.
I do
I just want
capoeira.
somebody to feed me food that's going to be under 1,200 calories a day.
All right, hold on.
And maybe fuck me a lot.
So, Wendy.
That sounds like
I'm
a
sorry.
great life. Live
I
your
think-
best life.
I'm going to live my best
You
life.
should. You should, and you should.
Look. Hey now. Mitts out, tits out.
Who am I to judge?
So,
Only God can.
since we're on the Towson topic,
Why not?
why not?
Why
right?
not? This is
Yes.
the old why not season, so
It
let's
is.
go for it.
So, Pie Tasters, we're
Yes.
supposed to see them at Wrecker Theater. Okay?
When circa 1997.
Yeah. Our other fan, Matt Cannon. Krissy, are you familiar with Matt
Cat
Cannon?
Mannon.
Cat Mannon. He's another super fan. He's a fellow super fan.
Oh, okay.
You didn't
So
start
we're-
the.
Try and keep
You guys
up.
don't have meetings?
Chrissy.
I forgot the memo. I must have.
God damn it.
I'll
Chris.
give you his email.
She forgot to call in last night, too.
It's right up there with the spam. Sorry.
So, okay, so he was not 21 yet, and I bought him tickets to see the Pie Tasters at Wrecker Theater. And we got there, and I immediately gave him a beer, and they immediately came up and started questioning him about it. And he proceeded to finish the beer as they questioned him, and then they said, "You have to give us the beer." And he said, "Okay, it's okay, I'm done." And he set it on the floor, and then they escorted him out.
Sounds horrific.
Yeah. For your first, experience with a band that you
Yeah.
really wanted to see?
What a great
That sounds awful. I'm
That's
serious.
less horrific than anything I could think
What a
of.
great
Well, what could you
Oh my
think of,
God!
Wendy?
You went in and you didn't get a drink, and then you had to leave. That's so sad.
Kicked you out.
No, we got kicked out.
Yeah, but
Everybody
horrific.
did.
Horrific is like, oh my
I s-
God, I was so close to the stage. They wanted me to come backstage, and then I told them I wasn't old enough, and then they still fucking gangbanged me anyway. That's like horrific.
Sounds pretty fantastic to me.
Jesus, Wendy.
I'm just okay.
Wendy,
well,
you went to gangbang.
Wow.
you say horrific, and this guy couldn't get a cocktail.
I
So-
think.
Oh, that's
wait,
so
Wait,
horrific.
can I?
Oh my
No,
God!
it wasn't that he couldn't
The
get a cocktail.
detriment.
He couldn't stay in because he drank a cocktail.
Yeah,
Can
for
I-
the pie tasters, who probably you could still get a ticket for today.
I will defer.
It's not like it was fucking.
I wait. I will.
What's a band where a member died and you
I
can't
will-
see him anymore?
I will defer
Linkin
here.
Park.
I will redact my previous statement. Horrific was a horrific adjective to use to describe that. I will say that sounds like a darn awful time.
Yes.
How's
you
that?
can't say horrific because that
You're
means
right.
it scarred you for life.
No, you're absolutely
Hold
right.
on.
It
So
was
wait.
in-
So what? Wait. If it was Matchbox 20 and you went to go
Don't you
see
dare.
them,
Don't
and
you
you went
dare
to
you.
go
How
see
dare
them,
you.
no, this is the level that it's at, and you want to fucking shit on me.
I'm
Say
not shitting
it's
on you.
say you go. You're supposed to
You'd
go
like
to
it.
Matchbox 20, and you're 18. And you're so excited to go to this concert because it's your birthday, and a friend bought you tickets to a very close, intimate venue, and you get in, and your friend is able to buy alcohol, and they hand you a beer, and you're like, I'm at my favorite concert, Matchbox 20. Somebody handed me a beer, and I am having the time of my
Hey.
life. And you're in the middle. No, shut your mouth.
No,
and
look.
you drink
Shut
your
your mouth.
beer, and you're in the middle of drinking your beer,
No,
and
let
somebody
him go.
walks up to you and says, I'm sorry, where is your identification?
And I say,
And you
it's
go-
fine. I've already seen them 7 times before I turned 18.
No.
No.
You know what you
And I'm
would
going to
wait.
see them 10 times after.
Stop it. You know what you would have said? It's 3 a.m. It must be raining. That's what you would have said.
I would have said, don't push me
Right.
around and take me for granted.
Yeah.
Right, and then they would have kicked your
But I
ass
will.
out.
And I would have said,
I
"Oh,
will.
so south I'm another sound of here now." That's what I'd have said.
And I said, I wonder what it's like to be the rainmaker.
3 a.m. I must be
I wonder what it's
home.
like to know that I made the rain.
I
Good
hate
song.
you both. It's official.
Well,
I
Eric,
pour it in boxes with little yellow tags on everyone.
that's a weak emotion. You need to overcome
Guys,
I'm sorry. He hates us so
Yeah,
much
he
right
needs
now.
to
Well, look,
overcome
we're,
that.
we're both drunk and topless.
you guys
No,
should just
great,
run the
right?
show then.
I'm
Leave
gonna
it.
lose
You guys
my
got
job
material?
to-
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
are you going to disconnect
I'm
my
gonna lose
headphones?
my
How am I going to
job
run the
tomorrow.
show
That was
when
an
you disconnect
accident.
my fucking headphones? You know, you give me control and then you take it away. I don't know what to do.
Go ahead.
One of
Run
us is
with
going to
it,
lose
Grace.
their job tomorrow,
with
and
it.
she's in an orange bra.
All right, I'll run with it. Krissy, thank you for coming on this evening.
That's pink.
Thank you.
Who's pink? What?
The bra. It's not orange.
It's orange.
It's
Mike,
orange.
Mike, if you
It's
interrupt
orange.
me again, I'm
It's
going to
actually.
Mike, wait.
Like melon.
No. What's the name
Stefan,
of it?
if you're gonna run the show,
Melon.
get used to it.
No.
You'll like this.
No.
Mike,
Coral.
Mike, if you're going to interrupt me again, I'm going to make you turn down your own microphone.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work.
All right, thanks. Now we know who's in control here. Now that we all know who's in charge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Krissy. I'm sorry.
Krissy, do you know Mike's main squeeze here, Kim?
I do.
Yeah,
The
do you-
lovely Kim.
Have you
yes.
have you met her outside the show? How do you know her?
We met on the
The interwebs.
And
Yeah.
parties here.
yeah.
What is
Bon-
that?
like-
Do you have some weird sex parties here?
Yeah.
What
What do
does
you
that
mean? Wait.
I said
Parties.
I
huge.
wouldn't.
What does that mean? You have parties here
The
that we're
second
not.
time
What,
I
why
came
don't you
in.
invite us to these fucking parties?
Right.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, is this not enough for you?
Are you
That
gonna-
we're all topless? We can't be invited to these
Yeah,
parties?
I'm not enough for you.
This was like 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
You've been having parties for 6 years?
Oh, this is
Yes, I have.
This is disgusting.
What
Just
goes?
not with
How
me.
dare you, Michael?
Disgusting.
Why aren't we invited to your parties?
Where were you? Where were you 6 years ago?
Obviously not at your goddamn
Yeah.
parties.
Wendy, where were you 6 years ago?
Obviously not at your goddamn parties.
That's right. It's not important, Mike. That's not the question.
How
Where
did you?
Where were you 6 years ago, Mike?
Not knowing any of you?
You were throwing parties without us.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mike,
because
did you,
I didn't know any
Mike,
of you.
did you have hair 6 years ago? Huh? Are you gonna fucking
not
tell
a-
us that now?
Not a link.
Yeah, good
Not-
question. Good question, Stefan.
Yeah.
Not a single
Yeah.
hair.
Hey, fucking fake ass Scott Van Pelt. Why don't you tell us where you were 6 years ago?
Right
The
here.
prosecution rests.
Right here.
If it does not fit, you must acquit. Come on.
Put it on. Put it on.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Why don't you put on your goddamn party, you son of a bitch?
Speaking of butt
I
plugs,
can't wait to have a big
Butt
party.
plug.
We're
Well
going to
done,
have
Eric.
a party.
Well done, Eric.
Plugs.
Well done, Eric. Get that plug in.
Yeah, get that plug in.
Amazon.
We're
butt
going to
plug.
have a party.
Amazon butt plug. If you need to purchase anything on Amazon, just go to bigtimeincomedy.com and click on the banner. Doesn't cost you a dime.
I
just
already
a
have one.
Second of your time.
Well.
I'm sorry, what?
Can
Well.
purchase all the Wendi.
Yes.
Yes.
Recap, Snifter, 727. You headlined. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Crushed it. Full house.
I felt like it was a really good show.
70 people, packed.
I felt like it was a really good show. When I got off, first of all, when I get off stage, I'm always like, I forgot to do that one joke. I forgot to do that one thing. And then when I got off stage at Snifters, I was like, that was a really good show.
Yes.
What'd you close with?
What do you think I
What do you
closed
think she
with?
closed
The
with?
razor.
Duh.
Here's the thing. That's my closer.
Yeah, when
That's
you did
what
her
it's there
closer.
for.
Can I say
But
something?
I got off stage and everybody was so complimentary. Like people were standing in line and talked to me like, I laughed that hard so long. And I was like, this is so fucking rewarding. I loved it.
You were nervous.
The only
going
reason
up.
why. The only
I'm
reason.
always
Hold on,
nervous
hold
going
on.
up.
You were nervous going up,
Always.
and that was a good room. Talk about that a little bit. You were nervous.
It doesn't matter the show,
Yeah.
the venue, or how many people are in it. I just
called-
I'm a ball of anxiety and nerves. And the day that I never feel that way
Yep.
is the day that I will quit stand-up
And
comedy.
Stefan.
Because it means I don't care enough.
the
Stefan,
same
you
way.
say it every time.
Yeah.
Being nervous is feeling alive.
Absolutely. I
And
mean,
that's
yeah.
that's it, Wendy.
It's good to hear. Yeah, if you're
You
if
feel
you're
alive.
Well, if you're not nervous, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
because there's no stakes for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you should be nervous, but in a positive manner.
Yep.
Because that room was jazzed. You know,
No,
that was
they
good. That was
were,
so fucking.
and
that was
I
such
just-
a great show.
But when you see people doing so well before you, you're like, man, are they taking everything out of the room? Are they not leaving anything left for me? What am I going to do? How are they going to react to me? It's really hoity-toity in here. Like, I have fucking fart and dick jokes. Like, what am I going to do? And it's a constant battle of...
God, you did so good, though. So good.
I felt like it was one of the best shows I had in a long time.
So
That
good.
show, and to your credit, Eric, that show
Thank
built
you.
that show built just so well.
Thank you.
By the lineup, you know, everybody played their part, right? Like that's the thing with show. It's like that you don't, the lay person doesn't understand is that you got to piece together a show when you have
You
a
have
lot
to,
of talent.
You have to know
right? Right.
your job in the lineup. You have to know your role.
You got it, and you need to trust people in your lineup to be able to adhere to their role. You know, as it stands, and you put together an excellent show.
Thank you.
And
It was a
everybody-
really great
yeah,
show.
it
I
built the way
appreciate
it
that.
should, right? You know, if it had to feel good for you getting on stage, I would think of that. That was a great room.
It was. That-
beautiful.
After like my first 2 laughs, I started to get pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, I watched it happen. I watched it unfold. And I said this afterwards where I was standing next to Eric Navarro.
Yeah, he did
and
great
you
too.
said, yeah, you said something, and I turned and I looked at Eric and I said, she's got him right here in the fucking palm of her hand. And I'm not saying that like in a braggadocious way. Like you found it within a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And once you had him, I was like, this is all down fucking hill.
What
from
did Eric
here.
say when he said that?
Oh, he was like, he kind of looked at me like, how the fuck do you know this? And I'm like, I
Yeah.
know this. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I do.
So, Eric and I, he's one of my, like the both of you, one of my most valued comic friends. We talk about this stuff all the time. He is so complimentary of how I do my stuff and like how I work, how I do crowd work. And I give him advice. And he was skeptical in the beginning. He was very like, yeah, okay, my stuff works. I don't know why you're telling me this stuff. And then he was like, oh, by the way, what you said and what you told me was correct. It's right. And I told him, I was like, look, you can't tell the crowd who you look like and what they see. They know what you tell them.
Yeah. You know,
So
you told me that after the show.
Yeah.
I'm not to cut you off, but you
No.
told me that after the show, and this fucking aha moment hit me, and I was like,
So when
Oh
people
my
make
God.
jokes about their appearance or whatever they're saying, they're like, well, this is obviously what they see. And I go, no, they only know what you tell them. And that was something that I told Eric. And like he and I talk about this all the time. And when I got off stage, everybody was so complimentary. And I was like, no, I felt like I never go, man, I had a really good set. I was like, wow, I really had a good set. And people were like waiting to chat with me, and like the comics were like, "Oh my God, you killed!" And it was such an amazing show, amazing feeling. I loved every fucking second of being there.
great.
If I don't get nervous and eat myself alive before a show, I'm gonna eat a dick.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
Because I care too much. I'm like, these people paid to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to laugh. I want them to be happy. I want them to love every experience here.
Yeah, and I think
It's called gumption, Wendy.
For us, though, honestly, like what we do, like we honestly consider ourselves like an outsourced comedy club, right? Like we want to present that experience to whatever client or whatever venue we're at, and a night like that felt like that. right? You had the audience engaged in a manner that was exceptional.
Do you know what's funny
it
is
was
that
awesome all night.
everybody was doing really well, and I was standing next to Eric Navarro, and you got called up, Stefan. And I looked at Eric and I said, "This is where it's gonna get hard." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, look at him. He's lubed up.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready to go." And I said, "He does nothing but crowd work, and he gets them really engaged." And I said, "This is where the show's gonna get off." And he was like, "Really? You get up there and you're like crush after crush after crush." And I said, "What did I tell you?" And I mean, I immediately told him. I said, "Eric, like, he knows what he's doing. He does crowd work. He gets the butts warm. He gets engaged.
Yep.
He's going to make it hard for the next guy."
Maybe.
And I told him that. And
But that wasn't you.
Hold on, wait, just
There-
wait. I want her to
saying that.
finish because
Lu-
this is
well,
all by design.
luckily for me, there was a buffer. And look,
And I'm not saying luckily for you. Like, you're such
No.
a powerful comedian.
but no, luckily for me, there was a buffer. And I even said, if there was not someone in front of me on this lineup, Stefan would be headlining it. And I said that. Ask Eric Navarro. These are all things that I legitimately
and,
said.
and Wendi,
appreciate
again,
it.
this has nothing to do with like you're such a powerhouse.
Of course.
I just know after I did it one time, I don't put him in a feature spot unless the headliner needs to get dick slapped.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. No,
Yeah,
I
but
just I think
no.
it
I
was
just
a-
don't. That just doesn't
Well,
work.
you know what?
You are
yeah.
not incorrect. And
Right.
but at the same time, even though the comics were doing so well, everybody was doing really well. The room needed like the rip
They
roar.
needed they did, and then they
Yeah.
needed to bring it
Of
down.
course.
Right.
Of
and
course.
like so they
Yeah.
became alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They rip
yeah.
roared, and then they had like, okay, this guy's really funny. I'm warmed up now. This is good. And then they got the headliner, and I was like, this was the perfect formula.
It gave him a taste, and then we took it away,
Yep.
and then they had a good. And don't get me wrong, Ryan did a great
No,
job.
he did a really
fantastic
Phenomenal.
job.
He was
Every
great.
comic did such a good
But it
job.
brought it up.
Yeah.
It brought it up, and then it kind of held
Everybody
that plane.
did exactly what they were supposed to
Yeah.
do. It was perfect.
everybody
Every
played their
comic was
part.
perfect.
As a producer and as somebody that puts a show together, I honestly, that's how I picture it to go every fucking time. But that's like one in 100.
That show was
really,
really, really good.
Yeah, it felt
did.
good.
It hit home.
It
hit
felt
home.
good, and I'm glad you felt that as well. Because again, as somebody who performed on that show and also helped produce it, and whatever, my experience was, man, this is why I do it. Like it felt fucking great.
I normally get off stage and I'm like, okay, that was okay. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I felt this way. I got off stage that night and I was
You
like,
felt-
wow.
you felt
I felt like, wow,
gratified.
this is a really
Yeah.
good. This was a really good job.
Now RJ from the Graveyard Goons, he stood in and did a guest host spot for us. And Stefan, you typically host or you headline.
Sure.
And RJ came in. He lives in Easton. He's from Easton. His mom was there. She hadn't been to a show, I think he said, for like 6+ years, and it was like one of his first shows. And afterwards I said, dude, you totally not redeem your, I mean, when you start like it's just how it is. Not redeem yourself, but I think that you proved that you are very good and you have gotten so much better than you did
RJ was
6 or
great.
however many years ago. And we got to talking after the show. Everybody left, and me and Dimps, a.k.a.
Dimpies.
Danielle, his girl,
She had a little
Dimps.
dimpy right
his
here.
lady
A
friend.
little dimpy.
Oh, Dimps.
She's incredible.
She's
They
amazing
do,
and beautiful.
They do so much with Graveyard
I'm getting
Goons.
chilly. Do you care if I put my top back
No,
on?
go ahead.
No, go
Can
for
we
it.
talk about the Graveyard Goons
Yeah,
for a
we're
second?
getting right. Yeah, that's why I'm doing
I'll
this.
put my top back on too. Let's do tops back on.
I'm just chilly.
So
I'm getting chilly too.
So we thought, okay, we got that email from Doug Peterson. Haven't heard from him
Hey,
in
Doug.
like a long time. And Wendi, you have been thinking that it's the Graveyard Goons, and I've been kind of putting it off, but I started kind of thinking, you know what, maybe it is the Graveyard Goons. So I kind of called him out that night, and I explained to him what was going on, and he sincerely was shocked. And he was like, whoa. And Danielle was even like, whoa. The details you're explaining, she goes, RJ would never put that much into it, not as a blow, but just as like a fact. So I've ruled them out, and we talked about it. Call back to episode 116, but just to make sure that it wasn't them who pranked us, and I believe they're podcasting tonight while we are. We went ahead and sent them a dick at your door.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! You can't say that right now.
Chocolate
I thought they
dick.
had to. We were waiting for them
They're
to
not-
discover.
They aren't discovering this. We're deep into the.
I guarantee you, somebody's listening to both
It's
podcasts.
okay. I'm okay.
Ooh, Matt Cannon.
I really thought, Catman, and I really thought we were gonna let this go as like we were just so aloof.
We're so what?
Aloof.
No. I don't want it to go where it kind of loses steam. Like, I'm fine with us throwing it out there, and if they catch it, they catch it. But if they don't, they don't. We'll just keep riding.
They just got a dick.
Right? They got it
in the mail.
So when I say dick at your door, it is a website, dickatyourdoor.com, and you can go and order a chocolate molded dick.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute, let me get this down.
And you can send it anonymously to any person as long as you have their
look that up,
address.
Chrissy.
Sorry, I keep tugging your cord. Now, here's the thing. I've been in high contacts with dickatyourdoor.com people, the folks over there. And, we're becoming friends, and I'm telling them what we're doing.
The folks over at Dick at Your Door.
Look, hey, Adam, Gina, they're wanting to give us discounts. We're working on a sponsorship, and I hope it comes to fruition. But they're loving what we're doing. And, so the Graveyard Goons have been struck. It hit their door. We got a notification on Monday that it is in their box. They're coming unhinged on their Facebook page because they have no idea who this came from.
The chocolate dick is in their box.
Yes.
Awesome.
So they're talking about it on their podcast,
You can
not
send
knowing
a
that
chocolate
it's
dick
us.
to my box too.
All right. Well,
I would also like a dick to my box.
I just want to let everybody know, and I'm keeping this close to the vest. There is another dick, a.k.a. rocket, in the air right now.
Nip it in the bud.
And there's a mystery recipient that
Dicks
will
are
be getting
going,
this dick.
Dicks are going out.
And that one will not be anonymous. There's going to be a card in it. So,
I'm just saying. I like chocolate and dicks.
Me too.
I mean,
Yeah.
not the chocolate dicks, but
Who doesn't?
What?
I like white chocolate.
I don't believe that about
Hit the
you
button.
for one fucking
Hit
second.
the button, Mike. Hit the button.
That's a little bit racist.
If there's anything I know, that can't be true. You only like white dicks. You don't look like a girl that only likes white dicks.
I like vanilla, caramel.
So caramel dicks are not all white dicks.
But no.
Wait, what?
Not all, like
Talking to the microphone.
something real dark,
Yeah.
kind of scares me.
Something caramel.
Only because it's big.
Scares you how?
Size.
No, but
Something
they say that black are bigger,
That scares you?
Heard
That scares you.
I've heard that.
Oliver just turned his head.
Yeah, well, because he's the Alicia Keys of dogs.
So,
What scares you about big black dicks?
Okay, I'm intimidated by size also. So
Thank you.
Am I the only one that is
Thank you.
not?
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank
Am I
God
the
you're with
only
Mike.
one that is not? I'm the only one that's like
God
the
you're with
bigger, the better.
nope.
I was just gonna say thank God she's with Mike. That's
That's right.
I hope you like hairless dicks.
yeah.
my dick doesn't have hair
Man,
on it.
Mike, is your dick hairless?
None of my dicks have hair on either.
Dude,
Are you smooth as a baby down
I
there
got
too?
hair nowhere.
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 Okay.
Oh, that's
My
Kim,
preference.
Kim just glides like a figure
yeah.
skater, like a
Oh
figure skater.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, good for you.
All right, I
Good
want to have.
for you.
I want to move on to the next topic. Quick meeting, big time comedy meeting. Krissy, you can inject your opinion. Do you want to? Kim, do you want to inject your opinion on this?
Sure.
What's
Okay.
the meeting?
The meeting is when we deliver dicks at your door.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just let it ride anonymously?
Yeah.
Or do we have them add a note that says
I want a fucking card.
from your friends at Paco's Got Balls featuring Wendi.
Yes.
Wendy, hashtag PGB Live, or just leave it anonymous.
That sounded very detailed.
I
what
want
you
the
just
card
I think
I want a large chocolate dick.
with a card.
Do you want a card?
No.
said. I wanted to say suck my dick.
it's going to say
I
eat a
wanted to-
dick.
I wanted to have something clever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
suck my
roses
dick.
are red, violets are blue. You don't like big black dicks, but here's
I'll
one
fuck
for
you.
you.
Hold on. The po-
I needed to be clever.
This is a publicity stunt here. So
Yes, so yes, I get what you're doing. You asked me what I wanted.
No, I know what you want. Maybe you'll get what you want, but
No.
for the moment.
No, I won't.
Card with a clue.
All right.
I hope I get what I
everybody,
want.
everybody just suck on what I said for a minute, and we'll come back around
In
to
a
it.
bag full of them.
This one's going to fire Wendi up.
Yeah, of course it will.
Update. Ruby Nicholas. What say you? Keep it calm. Keep it docile.
What's the update?
You tell me.
Great. Okay, so she made a very long Facebook post.
You still follow that?
What episode
I don't
was that,
follow
Mike?
it. I have people send me screenshots because her and I are not fucking friends.
I hope not.
So you commented to me yesterday, and I was like, huh.
All right, let me find
And then it hit my feed, and I was like, whoa.
Stupid.
It was deep. It was a big one.
It was her.
Stefan, did you see this?
No.
It was her saying that she's saying goodbye to public social media, as her close friends and family are already aware. She's been looking within for answers to her hair loss situation, which, by the way, I wouldn't wish that on any of my enemies. She says, truth be told, I've taken a cold, hard look at myself and my life over the past decade since leaving my ex-husband. While I've been working hard to heal and stabilize in many areas, I've been sorely lacking when it comes to my relationships with men. Point blank, I've been atrocious in my dealings with anything close to real love and real intimacy.
Wait, the Mexican
And
guy
I've-
she had here wasn't
Wait,
the
Patrick.
24-year-old
His
Mexican?
name is Patrick.
I need you. I need
he's
you to.
still
Hold,
in
I
her
need
life.
you to
Just wait.
fucking buckle your belt and hold
Yeah,
tight.
buckle down. Hey, buckle down for
I've
Twister.
been alternatively angry and hateful, along with abusive and aggressive, and all while poisoning myself with the idea that being hot was all they really wanted from me anyway. I'm gonna repeat that last part.
Please.
And all while poisoning myself with the idea of being hot was all they wanted from me anyway.
Yeah. The struggle.
Yes.
It's real.
Sounds tough.
While I met an amazing young man who's been with me through the insanity and whirling of emotions, hormones, and chemicals, through my ridiculous balding and ensuing depression, Patrick has been there.
It's your boy Pat.
And although it's been at times volatile, and infused with crazy, his point is clear. I can start fresh while keeping my past as not part of my present. To wit, I'm starting fresh with a new boyfriend / Instagram private account. I'll still be performing with Lank Out Loud comedy, but stepping back from comedy in general
deals with erectile
to
difficulties.
focus on me and my future.
Good.
Losing my hair, to me, was a simple note from the universe reminding me that every gift I have can be taken away.
That's right. It can.
So I've made the decision to use the most important thing I've ever been given.
I live every day that way.
The gift of healing. I'm so thrilled to have the opportunity to return to my career in occupational therapy, practicing in-home care, where I know on a daily basis I am helping.
I'm thrilled for her.
I'll be stepping off social media and will reach out to my friends, and when I'm ready to get back to posting, etc., I am also, parenthetical thought, finally getting a new number in Central PA.
Thank God.
Finally. That's two finallys in one sentence.
You all right over there?
For the first time in ever, comma, I'm finally, third finally, feeling like I know who I am and I know
Kill
my
me now.
real worth to the world.
Good.
I want to go ahead and reiterate this one part where it says I'm starting fresh with a new Facebook and Instagram private account.
Good.
And
Why?
but I will still be performing at the Lank Out Loud
But I'm stepping
a comedy
away from
show
comedy.
as I'm stepping back from comedy
I don't get
in
it.
general
I'm
to
confused.
focus on me and my future.
I'm
Can
confused.
I just say I'm so,
the matter with you?
so happy for her. So happy.
No, me too. I hope it really works
For who?
No, I'm really happy
I don't
for her
know
too.
what's
I hope it works
Which
out.
personality?
I hope
don't
her-
know.
Krissy, you don't want to know.
I hope her and all of her redundancy works out.
She called Wendi a
Bad dog mom.
Dog
which
mom.
just.
Oh, that bitch.
She said to me, she goes, "Oh my God, you had to slam on your brakes to avoid an accident and your dog flew to the front of the car. You're a really bad dog mom. Don't you have like a seat where you can like strap him in?"
It's a good thing you remember that word for word.
And I literally did this. I go,
For the rest of the episode.
End scene.
and I said, bad dog.
Oh, I was like,
The whole room, the air got sucked out of there, and everybody was like,
And then we had an interview with Oliver, and he was like, yeah, she's
horrible.
not.
she goes, "You're a bad dog mom." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to fucking stab you in the fucking 80-year-old
There was
throat.
already tension.
You wrinkly ass, shitty
But no,
comic.
here's the thing.
15-year-old
Hit a fever pitch.
fucking fuck.
Here's the
Preach it,
thing.
baby. Preach it.
Here's the
Sorry.
thing, and we've been through
Sorry,
it.
I'm done. I'm done.
That was an amazing post, and I kind of at first I'm like, should we read it on the podcast? But I'm like, well, she kind of put it on Facebook, so
It was an amazing post
It's-
because it was so like, I'm really going to get away from this, but here's my next show.
yeah.
And I'm really sad
Please
about
don't
this.
come.
Right. I'm really sad about this one aspect, but also here's all the things that I love about myself. And also, I really think that guys, I have to work on these toxic relationships. All I normally do is think that they think I'm hot.
Oh my gosh. Good thing I wasn't on the show.
Well, I'm just
She
no.
was-
I just
she
I
was
just made
lovely.
sure to screen capture the sentences that meant the most to me, and then outline them in red, and then discuss them with everyone.
It was one of the few I stopped listening to.
Ooh. Yeah, it was
Wait,
uncomfortable,
what?
wasn't it?
I had stopped listening
Wait.
to them.
Hit that button that goes
Damn.
bum bum bum. Yeah, that's the one.
We don't stop listening.
So no, well, that's why we have to have good content.
She just had it on mute. She was still watching.
Yeah.
Wendy,
As we're down to 7.
we're gonna go to we have a voicemail now. We're gonna go to that, but first, you had a show at the BC Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, that was my cue to get that ready.
Yeah, thanks.
BC Brewery. That was what Saturday. This past Saturday.
It was.
You wanted to talk about that. Fill us in.
So Abby Mello runs a really good situation over there. The BC Brewery is huge.
I helped with that.
Way to kill a room, buddy.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Just saying.
Great. Why don't you tell us about it?
So you helped by getting her the room, or did you help my production? Because I'm gonna tell you we're lacking.
I helped with the deal on getting the room.
So the room is good, and it ended up being so good. But have you ever seen Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah.
Where the jocks kick out the nerds because they burnt their house down,
Yeah.
and they're all in a gymnasium, and there's large curtains.
Okay.
And they're all in beds in the curtains, but the ceilings are too high, so you can hear everything else.
Okay.
So this brewery is great, and the staff is great, and Abby and Greg are fucking working their asses off. But there's a curtain separating us from the main room where there's a fucking cornhole tournament.
Oh, really?
And it's sandbags just hitting the wood like every 10 seconds. And people, oh! Oh! And it's like, I'm like, oh, what's the noise pollution? And the ceilings are so high. It is like a gymnasium. So, but luckily, in the beginning, I'm like, okay, my stress levels are really high because we run shows all the time.
Yeah.
And all we do is do shows. And my stress is like, oh, this is not going to go well. But the speakers were set up perfectly. The room packed up. After like the first comic and a half, cornhole stops. And then it gets like, we're getting good. Everything it's getting cooking. It's getting really good. And then before I go on stage, Abby's like, we're giving you 25 minutes. They close at 10. Like they want to make sure we get out of here by 10. So there was no like lingering of your set. There was no enjoy it and go on. It was like, get the fuck out by 10 p.m.
Huh.
Even if the comics went long and I had 12 minutes, it would have been like, all right, here's the light, get the fuck out. Everybody pay your checks, get out. That's what it would have been like. But the room was good. The crowd was good. I loved it. And I just feel
What
bad
time
for
did it
any
start?
any venue that has high ceilings. I
What
think
time
that's
did,
like
wait. What time did it start?
supposed to start at 8.
Okay,
Probably
so,
started at maybe like 8:05. No, it was on time.
Okay, so wait, you got crunched for time for it to end
No,
at
she
10?
told me I was going to do 20 to 25. Those were the rules.
And you headlined.
Yes, but when I normally headline, I don't pay attention to time. So after maybe like
Right.
20 minutes of stuff,
Well, I don't
I hadn't
understand
done
why
half
a
my
headliner's
jokes
only getting 25 minutes.
because they close at 10.
But if they
Bro-
start at 8, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, there were more than 3 or 4 comics in the lineup. There was Abby and Greg and Tink and Mike, and then there was Beth Hayden, and then there was my feature, and then me.
Proving my point. Not
I'm
saying
not.
it's your fault.
I don't want to shit talk the show because it ended up being a really
I'm
good
not
show.
trying to shit talk it at all. I'm just saying.
Right, but for a gig where there's paid comics and there's a headliner and you're crunched for time, there shouldn't be more than like 4. Those are the rules.
Or cornhole going on.
But she had no control over that part. And after the first comic and a half, it stopped. So that wasn't even a factor
Okay.
after like the first comic.
Okay.
I don't want to shit talk the show because
I'm not
it ended up
asking you
going
to.
really well.
I'm not asking you to.
I know, and I want to because that's what we do here. But it ended up going really, really well.
That's not what we do here.
That is what we do here. That's all we do here.
Get
Get
with the program.
We sit here and we shit talk everybody's flyers and their shows and the comics on them.
That's right. Get
and
with
the
the program.
comics that
Damn
fucking
it.
think they're going to be anything good without taking advice and criticisms. That's what we do here.
And again, trust
But
me.
I'm not. I can't say anything bad
No.
because the crowd was fully stacked. There were dogs in the audience. The sound was great. Abby and Greg went out of their way. It ended
And
up being
Abby's,
such a
they
good.
do. I
I know.
love
It
that.
ended
I
up being
adore them.
such a good show that I was like, I got nothing negative to say besides like the minute cornhole in the beginning.
So then it was a good show.
It was a really good show.
Okay.
It was a really good show.
I was led into it differently, but it was a good show.
Well, no, I want to talk about all my achievements, and I've done nothing but headline rooms all this
No,
year,
that's
and I want
fucking
everybody to
amazing.
fucking know that.
That's great. No.
Every week of this
Well, when I
fucking
s-
entire year, I've headlined a goddamn show.
Well, when I made a
Oh,
comment,
what's that? Next week, August 15th, you can find Wendi Townsend headlining at Siriana in Elegant City.
there you go.
There it
See, I
is.
made a comment saying that I helped with the deal on that,
Yeah.
like
So how did
just
you
to
help
help.
with the deal on that?
Like she just was like reached out to me and asked me questions about a booking at a brewery, and I didn't know what brewery. It wasn't really. I didn't care. I just consulted her, or she consulted me, and I gave her information, and now I'm seeing the fruits of that. So it was cool. And then you said, well, we're apart because of this, and then you kind of put a negative spin on it. So
Did I do that?
a little bit,
I didn't do that.
a little bit. All right, Mike, are you ready for the voicemail check? We got a new hotline. Are you able to handle that, or are you not able to log in?
It's not going to be pretty.
Well,
but-
it doesn't have to be. It's a fucking voicemail.
well, at this point in time, we should
As
address.
as you're working on this,
I'm ready.
we have a hotline. The number's 410-645-0709. Stefan, what do we do with that number?
Call it.
And
Leave us a message.
Especially if you've been drinking.
Yeah.
You know, a nice weekend.
yeah,
Tell us something.
Bring us content.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just
Leave us a message.
something like
Drop
this.
Us a line.
just lock it in your phone, Krissy, right now. Put it in your phone.
shit.
That's
was one.
not content.
That was me testing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So
you be well.
we want funny. Bring us your funny.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I was testing
just
our
gonna-
fucking phone number.
I'm gonna
Right. Well,
I'm gonna eat cake.
Eat cake. Oh,
it's not going to
Like
get
it's either this or pass out. I gotta go to bed soon.
it's not
Yeah.
going to get any better.
And Eric's gonna be like, "Well, you
So-
told me since
Yeah.
we did this, you can't go to bed."
I'm not, nobody's saying don't eat cake.
Well, you wanted the rock show.
I wanted
Yeah.
to go to bed, but now I'm doing this
right.
instead.
That's right.
So Mike, wait, don't nag the hotline. Like, so
Bring it. All of you.
Bring it. Well,
Bring it from all over the world.
we have
Bring it.
messages, do
But
we
have
not?
fun.
We all have to start somewhere.
Right. And so I'm just pointing out early.
Okay.
Bring it.
Got it. Bring it, people. Bring your A game.
I normally don't do this, but
Okay.
Is that Matt Cannon?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
well,
one.
we have 6 more from Matt.
That's okay. Again, we got to start somewhere.
But this one should be good.
Why? Just it is what it is. I just want to hear him, and then
that was the weirdest message I've ever heard. Anyway, so me and Stefan went to college together. I don't know if you can say this on your podcast or not, but I remember I got a brand new piece, and we were smoking.
Who's that?
Anyway, we had I had a brand new piece, and I left it at his house. There was a story about how his dad found it, and
now he knows who
brought it to the dining room table or something, and totally just blew it up about the piece that we had.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That is an awesome message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
that's what we want.
Let's talk
and if
about
I can
that.
tell you the story, so I threw this huge party in high school. I mean, my parents went out of town.
Can I just let the listeners know that the look on your face for the first 60% of that voicemail was perplexed. Who the fuck is this? And
where's
then
it
he
going?
said, left the piece on the table, and then the face went, oh, now I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so I threw this huge party, right? And I had 200 people. I mean, fucking blowout, huge. It's a big party, right?
Love it.
And I had thrown a party previously, and my mom was like Kathy Bates in fucking Misery. I had put the house away sort of because they had nice things, and when I came back, when they came back, her living room was rearranged, so she knew she's my penguin's facing due west, right?
This is not right.
She knew it was all fucked up. So the second go around, I learned from my mistakes. I was a very good partier. I videotaped the entire house. I had 6 buddies that helped me. We videotaped. It was a big house. We videotaped the entire house, and I was talking.
How much
myself
trouble did you
through it.
really get in though for the first time?
Not a lot,
right?
And I also lied about it.
Okay, sorry. Continue. So
the second go round. So we're rolling up carpets. We're putting away china. I mean, we're doing. I mean, like a moving crew.
You broke it
But
down.
this time, I videotaped it and said, "All right, here's the chess set. The fucking rook goes here. This goes down to that level of detail, right? Videotape all of it, right? Throw an even bigger party. 200, 250 people. Fucking smash down, drag out. There were fights. There was all kinds of shit.
Wow.
Right. So and then I have the same 6 buddies help me put the house back together, right? So all of it goes back in place, and then my dad finds out in the yard behind the fence, he finds a bowl that he smoked pot out of, right? Like a bowl, like a fucking pipe, right? And so I'm at dinner the next night with a buddy of mine from high school, and we're sitting there, and we've got some baked beans on the table, and I'm like, Dad, could you pass the beans? He says, sure. And he pulls out the bowl and sits it right on the fucking dinner table, right? And I'm 16, so I'm like, oh.
He threw down dub aces.
Yeah. And I go, what's that? And he goes, oh, that's my magic bean stirrer. He goes, I found it in the backyard over the fucking fence. And then he basically called me out of my shit, and I had to go, I did have a party, but I only had 20 friends over.
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, I threw the fucking
Times
party of the year.
200,
right?
yeah.
Fights, all of it. Guys getting hit with wrenches. I mean, crazy shit, right? And told him I had 20 people over, and I'm so sorry. And that was the story of the magic bean stirrer. Got away with it, though. Got away with it. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, really, though, if that's all he found.
Okay, I love
we
everybody
canvassed the
here.
scene.
I have to go.
All right, go.
I'm only going to get, if I get home in 20 minutes, I'm only going to get 5
Go.
hours.
Good.
Go to sleep.
All right, I love you. I love everybody.
Only 5?
Bye, Wendy.
Bye, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Wendy.
Get sleep.
Do your
Get
thing,
rest.
Wendy.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Don't be mad.
We're not.
Oliver.
Not at all.
Come on, Boogie Butt.
High five.
I love you.
Love you.
Everybody.
Bye, Wendy.
Nice meeting you.
Bye, Ollie.
Gotta go.
He's like, I gotta get off the fucking couch. Are you kidding me? I gotta get off this couch? I'm just like,
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, wait, up.
Get over here right now.
He's like, great. Oh, now I'm in trouble.
But I like the couch, Mom.
All right, Mike. What else do we got there for voicemails?
Yeah. Well,
Mommy's got work so you can have all the daycare. All right, I love everybody.
I was just seeing if you guys wanted to come watch the new Quentin Tarantino movie with me. I just took an edible. I'm about to sit down. I'm about to watch 3 hours of some cussing and some Hollywood nonsense. Talk to you later.
Now that's good. He's enjoying an edible.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wish I would have known sooner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm there. Tarantino movies, edibles. That sounds like everything I love.
Let's book it. Let's put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
I want to
Whoever
do that.
that is, you just hit me on Twitter. Yeah.
with a day or two notice.
Yeah. Pretty sure somebody knows who this is.
Yeah, I think
because he's called 5 times.
I think I know who it is. It's all right.
Yeah, it's kicking in right now. And just trailers, but it's kicking in. Just seeing if you guys want to watch that Quentin there. Whoa.
I like it.
All right. What do we got next?
Can someone please tell me why Johnny Depp's little brother is hanging out with Benny Button? This is the weirdest movie I've ever seen. Oh, that's that girl from the Wolf one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. This is good stuff. I like it. I like where this is going.
Yeah, so this guy has the idea.
I'm okay with it. I like he's building a story.
Yeah,
here.
right.
This
He's in the zone. That's good. But we need more people from other places.
That's okay.
Not just
Mike,
hey.
it was our first fucking week.
I know this is. I know.
Hey, listeners, we're
gonna
get to a
point where we have to leave out the bad ones.
Exactly.
There's an example.
But these are good ones.
Yeah,
we're gonna get there.
These are pretty good.
We want to hear from you. Call
I'm actually very happy with the turnout.
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
was
good.
afraid we were gonna get nothing. So yes, again.
Yeah, well here you'll like this one.
Okay, before you play it, 410-645-0709. Please leave us messages. Go for it, Mike. Next round.
Oh, shit.
And that's the segment.
Right,
Thank you very much.
That's a good one. We
That's
appreciate
it.
that.
410-645-0709. Leave us voicemails, topics, stories, whatever your heart desires, whatever's on your mind. Fucking make it therapy. I don't care. It's free, right? Doesn't cost you a dime, just a second of your time. I recycled that stuff.
How'd you do it from someone else's phone? That was pretty good.
Oh, man. What's next? What should we do next? Where are we at time-wise?
Well,
About
an hour.
An hour?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we could use a spot.
We are. I'm gonna do this quick spot right here. Infinite Nutrition banner for anyone that does endurance training or ultra distance races. Check out this nutrition drink product as part of your training regimen. Get $5 discount simply by clicking on the Infinite banner on our website. They also have an anti-hangover formula. Simply pour the powder into 20 ounces of water and melt that hangover away. I use it very frequently.
Don't puke.
Yeah, don't pound it. Sip on it. Just ease into the pool. Don't pound it, Mike. Jesus H.
Is it supposed to be red?
No, it's clear or white until you puke it. Apparently, it turns pink.
Butt plugs.
Krissy.
Yes.
Let's do a mini hot seat with her real quick. A couple minutes. Let's give her a little mini hot seat.
Uh-oh.
And Wendi.
No, not and Wendi.
I know.
Kim will be sitting in for Wendy.
Yes, I like it. Kim, are you ready to kick it off?
Kim, you have to have a question for Wendy.
No.
For
Okay,
Krissy.
Kim, you've got, between me and Stefan, you've got the two of our questions, and then it's on you, okay?
I don't have a question.
Well, think about it.
You don't have a question
Krissy.
for Krissy?
Something cute.
Would you like one?
My question is this, Krissy.
Yes.
What is it about Paco's Got Balls featuring Wendi that is appealing to you? I'm curious, and I love that you are so into what we do.
I am so glad you asked that.
Yes.
I was all the way driving over and I thought about that. But
Did you really?
No.
Fucking had me sold. Shit.
Sorry. I was listening to some Journey. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
Don't stop believing, Krissy.
Carry on, right?
Don't stop.
Actually, there's a lot going on with my life right now. I was telling Stefan that unfortunately my parents passed away this past October. I lost my dad to stage 4 cancer and lost my mom unexpectedly 3 weeks later.
Sorry.
And thank you. And just other stuff that's going on. And to hear the show and the podcast, it just makes my day, To listen to, everything that you all talk about is, I can definitely relate and laugh, and I like Wendi. I like you all, and it's a great show. It really is. I'm hooked. I'm
Good.
totally hooked.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And I get to see all you people on camera.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, wow.
So I'm going to dovetail off my question. Like, what is it like being in here with us and experiencing it firsthand versus like watching online?
Well,
or listening, however you.
I don't have experience with radio and all that, so it's kind of like throwing me off. Like when I see the that and everything, it's like, oh wait a minute, we're behind, But it's definitely
She's been
different.
here before.
I have. Shh, that's our secret. But definitely I see the hard work, because you think it's so simple when you watch it on TV. Yeah, okay, on the computer, and I like what it's very, very cool, and I was glad to finally come here and actually meet you all, and it's been a pleasure, and I thank you for.
I can't speak for Stefan. Very honored, and it's cool that you want. Like Mike said that you were coming. I was like, oh my god, is she really coming? Like, very excited for it. And
I was coming, and then I was coming here.
Nice. There you go, Wendi.
Love it.
Wendi will be sad she missed that.
Fuck yeah.
2 for Krissy, 0 for Wendi.
But seriously though, like hearing that this gives you some comedy, what we're doing and what we're saying and talking about, and just our dumbasses, and the fact that's bringing you some level of joy and happiness, like laughter, it heals. It heals. And it feels good, and that's why, I don't know about you, Stefan, that's why I have passion for what we do. Like, because it's fun. Like, life is short.
Exactly.
Why not enjoy it as much as we humanly can?
Absolutely.
So, to hear you say that is so, oh, God, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So I'd take this opportunity to say, obviously, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
for
all.
Your listenership.
I mean,
and tell us, who's Krissy? Who are you? What are you into?
Yeah.
What who are you?
Who am I? What am I? Well, I mean, I live in Dundalk, and I am a faithful listener. I am also into old rock, like 80s rock, hair metal.
Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite?
Here's my favorite hair metal.
Yeah.
Probably Rat. I don't know if you ever heard
I know
of
Rat. I know a lot of rock and roll. Don't you worry.
Yes,
I know Rat. I know Rat real well. Yeah. Nice.
Motley Crue.
Yeah. Kickstart my heart, Krissy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kicks, local
yeah,
stuff.
like my fuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And of course, Child's Play, the Ravens, and
cool. Yeah,
I'm an '80s girl.
Rob Fahey, the Ravens.
We can say
right?
that.
Yeah.
I'm an '80s girl that loves her music. And I listen to music every day, and I think music is very, very powerful. And,
absolutely.
So, but
hell yeah.
that's
well,
about
obviously,
it.
Yeah, obviously, we're passionate about music on this podcast.
Oh
as well.
my gosh, I was totally floored. I mean, my nipples went hard. I was like, oh my god. I mean,
oh boy.
No, I was like getting goosebumps, just and you're such a
Isn't he
I
great?
mean, you have an awesome voice.
Thanks.
And Eric, I mean, I love the saxophone.
Yeah, it's great,
like,
right? So old school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't realize I like the sax until they go, oh, that's what
that's
the
a
sax
sexy
sounds
sax.
like.
It's
the
a
sax
sexy
is sexy,
sax.
and it's
I
a
love
sexy
the
sax.
sexy sax.
It's all about
Yes,
the
ma'am.
it's the background. It's very backgroundy.
It's very
so
Springsteen, and before that, it's very it's very 50s, 60s. It's so throwback. I fucking love it.
So, Krissy, who? So you said you're old school rock.
Yes.
Who would you say your top 3 most favorite musicians are?
Would you like to do this?
No, he was fishing for something else, but we could.
Yeah, we could do that. Just push play. We'll go with that.
Your favorite album of all time?
No. That you can
3.
listen to beginning to end.
Of course.
Constantly.
I would say that's your favorite album. of all time.
24/7. Gosh, there's so many.
Front to back.
I would have to say the Aerosmith, the Toys in the Attic.
Toys in the Attic's a great album.
I can listen to that.
Yep.
You know.
It's a good choice, Krissy.
Yes.
You don't have to give another. If you want to, you can, but that's a hell of a choice.
I like to listen to the front and the back and the side. I mean, the front and the back.
Yeah,
I like the front
and to the side, to the front,
So wait,
to the
hold
front, to the back.
Wait, here's
to the
my
back,
question.
To the side, to the
Now,
side.
Slide,
when
baby,
when you
slide.
listen to
Slide,
these
baby, slide.
these musicians, these bands that you love, are you a frontman girl? Or are you more of like a lead guitar or drummer girl?
Ooh. I'm a keyboardist girl.
Really?
Whoa.
I am.
That's a
Whoa,
fucking, I
Rocket
like
Man.
it. I like it.
Going for the Rocket Man. Piano Man.
Uh-huh. And, earlier you were talking about Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
That was an excellent movie.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I recently saw it myself.
Me
and
too.
It was very, very
Came
good.
on HBO. That's when I
yeah,
saw it.
Yeah, me too. Yes.
Yeah, but it was a powerful film. It's good.
Yes.
Saw the creativity of those guys. The pushing the boundaries with rock and roll.
Oh, gosh. They took it to another level.
They sure did.
And he was to me, I think he was an underrated guy because
Freddie?
of his, yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, because of his talent, for
sure.
singing and then the writing that he
Freddie
did.
is the best frontman I've ever seen.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely,
unequivocally. There's guys in the conversation, Mick Jagger, even Steven Tyler. I mean, to me, it's like, what is a frontman, right?
Yeah.
He's got to have stage presence, charisma, but the voice has got to be there. He's got to kill it. He's got to be on that level. And there's like 5 guys in that conversation. It's Robert Plant, right? It's Freddie. It's maybe Bono, maybe even at this point with U2. What he's done. Axl Rose. There's certain guys that just, to me, take it to another level, and it's it's almost, to me, it's like there's guitarists and singers to where you hear them, you go, it's that guy. And Eddie Van Halen is one of those guys as a guitarist. Eric Clapton is one of those guys as a guitarist. Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of those guys as a guitarist. But then as singers too, if you hear Freddie Mercury, it's Freddie, right? If you hear what did we say earlier? Eddie Vedder, it's Eddie Vedder. If again,
Steven
all these,
Tyler, like
Steven Tyler,
very,
it's
very...
Axl Rose, it's Axl Rose. Like, to me, again, it's like, if you have that distinct an imprint on the genre of what you're doing, if you can say that's that person, I mean, that's incredible.
I have to inject this. So I watched. You've seen the Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Inject away.
Inject, Eric.
Stop.
Turkey based it.
God, you stop that. God, I love Krissy. She has a great radio voice too.
No, it's a sex operator voice. Stop it.
Fantastic.
It's a sex operator voice.
I like it. It's got me tight in the trousers.
Well, my dick's hard.
So, you saw Bohemian Rhapsody, yes?
I did.
Okay. And this may have been Hollywood. This may have been written, whatever. But I have to believe this because the band has been so successful.
Right.
But the thing that I loved about Freddie was he gave his band members power. He gave his attorney power. He empowered everybody around him in a way that made them feel important. And what they did was, I mean, their fucking drummer, he had him singing that high. And again, I don't know how much of this was like legit.
I
but
think a lot of that was.
it had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you don't make a movie like that and bullshit it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, and they were very focused on the music. In that
Yes.
movie, Brian May, all the members of Queen were consulted. They wanted to tell the story of the music.
Yes.
It wasn't about Freddie
Right.
and his exploits, beyond sexually or whatever.
Yeah.
Right,
They
no.
touched on some of those
yeah,
things,
I
but
mean,
again,
but it's all without set. It's
Right,
all without.
right.
You don't have to say it. Like history is
No,
written
but
as
so,
it is.
So
but-
again, the point of the film, really,
Yeah.
as described by the artists that lived it, was this was the way the music was brought to life. Right. So that was paramount. That's what they were trying to show in the film. So I believe it wholeheartedly that's very much the way things went down, showed and portrayed in that film as it pertains to how the music came about. I think was very accurate.
It was just, it was so amazing when he would say something,
right,
and then they would pan the camera to his band members, and he's directing that power, that energy to his band members.
And I think one of the coolest things too with that was the lesson of when Freddie got $4 million and all his freedom.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they said,
It's a soloist.
it's you, go do your thing. He was never as good. It wasn't just him. It was the three other guys in the band.
And he owned that.
Yeah.
He owned
But
that.
He might have
all
been the
way.
most talented one in the group, or the whatever, the shooting star
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because the secret sauce wasn't just him. It was the other guys in the band contributing. It was the antithesis. It was them to say, like he said, he goes, I got a group of guys and musicians around me, and they did exactly what I wanted, and it was dog shit. He needed the give and take. He needed the pull.
Yeah.
He needed the yin and yang of the guys in the band. And man, what a neat lesson that is.
How many fucking times have you told me when you and I are at a heated fucking debate, and you're like, "This is good. This is friction. Friction makes fucking heat, man." Heat's what we need. That's what we want.
You don't have to agree all the time,
No.
but that's
I don't want to
beauty
agree.
but that's the beauty of it. Because if all you do is agree, then you're not getting anywhere.
I've learned to embrace it. I've actually used to be more like reserved when there was any, because I hate conflict. Hate it.
Sure.
And
I do
used to
too.
be,
I do too.
I used to be more reserved with it, and the more that this is like built, the more I'm like, man, this is friction.
Right.
I ain't holding back.
But when
I'm gonna fucking dig into this deeper,
Here's the
even though
thing.
I don't even like care. I want to see where this goes.
When it comes from a good place on either side and there's friction, that's the best thing in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Because when both parties are engaged and passionate, right, and care about the result, it's because you're gonna give and take. I mean, that's what you should do, because that's how you get to a compromise. That's how you get to something great, right?
Right.
Again, if you could do it on your own, whatever it is you're doing, if you could do it on your own, you would have. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you can't, and somebody else is as passionate as you are, again, that's the give and take. That's healthy strife to me, and that's that describes us
Absolutely.
pretty good. Anyway, it. But yeah, good inspiration in that film.
All right, Stefan, you ask. You got another question in the chamber?
Oh yeah.
I'm still building my final question.
And Wendi.
Build it up. Build it up.
Well, I'm working this old boner up here.
Well, you just working your boner up.
Just stroking it down here.
You just working your.
You be
You just
stroking.
working that. You just working that balls boner up.
I can't believe I did what I did earlier. I did it. Wow.
Krissy, are you from Baltimore?
I am.
Born and raised?
Born and raised, baby.
Okay, all right. Always in Dundalk?
No, I was in Parkville.
Yeah.
with my
Well,
mom.
that's where I'm from. That's where I
Get
grew up.
out.
Yeah.
I think you told me that like
I
4
might have.
times.
Where'd you grow up in Parkville?
In the Hamilton area,
Yeah.
and then we moved down to where
Hamilton,
Harford Road.
Overly, that type of
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Way over on the east side.
yes. We
Yeah.
moved up on the east side.
Yeah.
Now I'm in Dundalk, hon.
Yeah. So what are you gonna stay in Dundalk?
No, I'm gonna have to be moving. I like to stay in Maryland,
Yeah.
so maybe I can get a tour of some good places.
I've heard you're on the move. Where would you head next?
I like Pennsylvania, even though
Yeah.
it's but I don't know. It's so undecided still.
You're on the move. You
But
want to get
I
out of
am
state?
moving.
You want to get out of state?
No, leave you guys. No, no.
We'll always
We
be with
just
you.
met.
The magic of the internet.
We just met.
We're
And you want
probably-
me to
yeah.
vanish?
We'll probably appreciate you. I don't know why I'm doing
Well,
Southern
why don't
accent.
we get together and appreciate
Sure.
it?
Oh my God.
We can appreciate each other.
My Lord, I am not a sinner, but tonight I may, I may indulge
Sin.
We just appreciate
in
you.
such pleasures of the flesh.
And I have had not a drop of
That's
liquor.
impressive.
So.
Me neither. I haven't had a drop of liquor in the last 38
Just a chug.
seconds.
Sober as a bud. Sober as a bud. All right. I think
So
you
you're
know.
into orgies? Is that what you're saying?
You're goddamn right, Kim.
Yes, the more the merrier. You know, this blue couch has memories. Don't go behind.
Did you
the-
just call that red couch a blue couch?
It's
Well,
blue
it's a reddish
underneath.
blue.
Well, that's up
It's
to
a sheep and wolf's clothing.
Okay,
It's got
I do have a
spurs.
question. I
Do
want
it. Go, Kim.
memories.
Keep it
I
clean.
wanna-
This is a kids show. Keep it
What
clean.
memories does this couch have? I
Oh,
want-
Mike, we're having a current affair episode.
I dare Krissy to tell the memories.
Tell it, Krissy. You have to now. It's a hot seat.
No,
Nope,
no
disclose-
memories of it.
Oh,
Just
boy.
I can't say that. So I'm
Well,
gonna plead
well, this
the
would
fifth.
conclude the most awkward episode of the entire catalog that we've ever
And on
had.
that
Apparently,
note,
orgies have been happening, and we've not been invited.
the parties.
We haven't been invited to a lot. I've come to understand.
That's what I'm
in these last
understanding.
few
There's all
hours.
sort of things.
At one
happening
point in
here.
time, this room was not a studio.
Well,
you know,
well,
It was in
well,
the back.
Well,
what,
Way in the
what
back.
better than have an orgy in a studio?
right. I mean, come on. You're the fucking. You're DJ Wreckmaster.
You've got cameras with a screen. Like, you don't have to record anything, but damn.
No, the booth was way in the back. Way in the back.
Oh, I remember.
They knew where they started.
I remember.
okay.
We outgrew that real fast. We busted it at the seams.
Moved up to bigger and better
Mm-hmm.
things.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
Do it.
Uh-oh.
You ready for this?
I think so.
I've come to a crossroads at the last second, Stefan, and I'm not sure which direction to go.
Are you
in.
speechless? All right,
Make
fine.
your move, balls.
Uh,
Stake your claim and make your move.
All right, that's where I'm at. That or that.
I'm scared, Kim.
No, go top. Go top.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill. You know how to play the game. You're a super fan, so I can
I
only.
seem to have glanced at it a couple times.
Well, you know, glance at some other things tonight too. Okay, Steven
Okay.
Steven Tyler is your first option. We have Mick Jagger as your second option, and we have one Stephen Percy from a band that I would hope you know, Rat.
Yeah, rat and roll, baby.
So fuck, you got to fuck one, marry one, and kill one. What you gonna do? Roll the dice.
Well, Steven, you said Steven Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got a big tongue and big lips, so I have to say fuck Steven Tyler.
All right. I like that. I like it. You're putting some thought into that.
And who would I kill?
Mick Jagger or Stephen Percy?
Mick Jagger.
So you're gonna marry Steven. All right.
Steven Percy.
All right.
He's a short drink of water.
Why would you
but he's
kill?
got potential.
Why would you kill Mick Jagger? I'm curious.
Well, don't hold this against me, but
I'll hold it against you. Don't you worry.
I hope you will later. The Rolling Stones. I'm not really big on the Rolling
It's
Stones.
okay. Don't. Hey.
Yeah, we'll either fuck him or kill him then.
Right. No, she killed him. I'm just curious of why.
Even though his lips might be bigger than Steven Tyler's,
I would have to go
Yeah.
with your choice. Steven Tyler
Yeah.
definitely over Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
I wasn't a Rolling Stones fan either, so.
Good.
I think "Paint It Black" was my probably favorite Mick Jagger or Stones song.
That's your favorite
Yeah,
Stones song.
the only one I really.
Mine's
can-
"Give Me Shelter."
I mean, they have a lot of good songs, but
They
that's,
have they have about 100 of them.
I know, but there's so many other bands that I prefer over.
Well,
them.
they are in the conversation for best band of all
I
time.
know,
though.
I know they are, but I
They
just don't.
Stones are legends.
They are. I don't disagree.
We're not here to talk shit on them.
Oh, look.
We're not. I'm not.
Hi, Tom.
Brown sugar.
Oh.
Brown sugar. Words to live by.
All right. So we've officially ran.
Nobody
way late.
knows it but me.
Stefan, anything that you would like to promote this week?
I don't know what week it is.
It's
Well,
this week.
This week. Well, it's
Is
next
it this week?
Yeah.
It's this week.
Is it next week or this
No,
week?
it's this week.
It's this week.
When we're in PA next week.
We are in PA next
Why don't
week.
you tell us about that?
All right. 8:15.
I'm not the guy for this.
8:15. We have two shows on the same night. We can only be at one. Open mic night at Roadie Joe's, hosted by John Dayton. Sign-ups are almost full at bigtimingcomedy.com/events. Get in there and sign up if you want to be on the open mic. Other than that, go and watch the talent. It's a free show, great food, great drinks, great environment. We will be Paco's in Paco and Balls and myself here. I'm Balls.
Hi, Balls.
Hi. You're Paco.
That's me.
A.K.A. Barry Sachs and the Hound will be performing at Blue Earl Brewing. We'll be at a brewery in Smyrna, Delaware with comedian Al Carroll, and we're going to be doing our first official, collab comedy night. I'm going to be doing some guest spot work or a feature. I don't know what the fuck you call it. And then you're going to headline, and then we're going to wrap it up with some Barry Sachs and the Hound, which I think we did some impressing.
We're going to kill it.
I think we did some impressing of the gentlemen tonight, the band members.
We just booked Kanye Twitty to be part of the band. So
I do. Yeah. I think I don't know. They looked like they were enjoying it.
No, they said they're in.
They were awesome.
I had some legit handshake, eye-locking conversations afterwards to be like,
respect.
"Hey guys, respect or no?" And they were like, "Yeah, respect. We'll play with you." So,
Wow.
yeah.
God, I love it.
Yeah.
It was your vocals.
Well, I don't know, but here we take our opportunities, right?
Yeah, we do.
We take our shots.
We do.
I took a shot tonight.
Give me fists.
Gave you what I had.
I give you credit
Krissy,
for fucking
I gave you what I had.
balls.
Does it sound all right?
What? I'm
Does
sorry.
that sound all right? I gave you what I had.
Oh my
right?
God, you're great. Like
Thank
I
you.
said before, my nipples got hard.
Oh, thank you. That's the greatest compliment.
Ultimate compliment.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's all I want. That's it.
I got goosebumps. My nipples got hard, and I think I tingled too.
Well, that's what I want to do as
It
a
was
musician,
when the
so-
sax went in.
Well, that's
Sorry,
Eric. So no, that's fine.
Sexy sax.
But you know what I did is I empowered him, instructed him, and gave him the notes. So it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
You're good.
You know what I
Gotcha.
saw Rob and Denny do tonight?
What's that?
They're very complimentary of one another.
I'm so complimentary of you.
And
When
they
have I
were
not been?
They didn't steal thunder from one another.
I wasn't trying to. When have I ever done that?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I have been extremely complimentary of your saxophone.
You have until 2 seconds ago.
You guys are so
Well,
adorable.
you got. She said she wanted to fuck you instead of me, and that made me. I didn't like
say that.
She didn't say that.
No,
Right.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
You did.
No,
Like Kim
you're right.
said,
He likes to.
You're right.
He
group
likes
sex,
to.
No,
nothing
you're
wrong
right.
with that. We
He
don't
likes
hate.
to take things to
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, I'm an attention whore, and I need it.
I know.
So just give
Look,
it.
you made her nipples hard. I made her dampen the drowses. That's a team effort, my
You know,
friend.
she said it was the saxophone that made her nipples hard, and I took offense to that. And I shouldn't have, because you know what? You're my saxophone player.
Do you want me there? Or
Yes,
not?
yes, I do. I need to be comfortable with the fact that some of the girls in the crowd, some of the ladies,
You can't have them all.
are going to want to fuck the
You
saxophone
can't
player.
have them all.
And you know what?
Well-
Chrissy's the kind of girl that wants to fuck the sax player, and I have to be okay with that, and I'm totally fine with it. And I thank you so much for coming on tonight. And you know,
I can tell you like me a lot. So if you take off your shirt
Yeah.
and play again, I
all
think
right,
I would
okay.
really like.
So I'll play
my
us out.
fucking
So then
mind.
I'll play us out with my shirt off.
All right. I'll just sit in the corner with my shirt off and watch.
No.
All right.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank
on.
you so
It's
much.
been a blast.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Good night.
It was worth the wait.
Sweet.